Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you Tuesday, August the 4th, the year's 2020. Let's talk trading. The hardest part about trading. Yesterday, I had Walmall on, and we were talking about trading. Walmall shared, what he does and how he does it, and the fact that he's trading for a living. To him, it's a job. It's for real. Some of us, it's more of a hobby, a fun thing, a maybe you could call it a side hustle or something. But it doesn't matter if you're trading for fun, if you're trading as a hobby, if you're trading to make a little money, or if you're trading to pay your mortgage. The hardest part about trading is the same. And if you want to find out what that is, go to your bathroom and look in the mirror. You are the hardest part about trading. But just remember one thing, fellow traders, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Trading is extremely risky. You can lose all of your money. If you need trading, investment, or financial advice, seek the advice of an accredited financial professional. So, what do I mean by you are the hardest part about trading? Well, what is trading? I think I even have a video titled, What is Trading? I mean, you wait for a setup to appear and you enter the trade, then you wait, and hopefully the market smiles upon you and you exit the trade with a profit. I mean, how difficult can it be, right? And then you think, I could just build this robot and the robot could do what I do, and then everything would be cool. I could just sit here and just watch the computer as the robot trades, just to make sure in case the power dies or the computer freezes or something, that I can take over and get that robot out of a jam, maybe. Because when you program a robot, an EA, automated trading program, whatever you want to call it, you're going to put in some simple steps. You're going to put in, tell it which pair to trade, how many lots to trade, the position size, where the stop loss is, possibly where the take profit is, and how to take profit, when to take profit, when to start trading, and when to stop trading. Because maybe you don't want the robot trading during certain sessions. Maybe you only want it trading during the London session or the New York session. So, what makes it so hard then, right? Because if you're at the controls, you're looking at the chart, but maybe you're slightly distracted. Maybe you want to add something, change something on the chart. You're not just trading. You see, when you're trading, you have to be all about trading. I think Walmart mentioned that in yesterday's video. You have to have that 100% laser focus. Otherwise, you could miss a trade, miss an exit, blow an exit, make a simple mistake. You don't want to do any of those things. So it kind of puts it on you. And in fact, we were talking to a another trader that we mentioned, and he was having win streaks only to lose it all. And that's because he didn't have a trading plan. So the hardest part about trading is basically you executing your plan, doing what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it, and when you're supposed to do it. It's not difficult. And then you also have to know when enough is enough for a session. And I always tease Walmart because today he was telling me he had a whopper of a trade. When he comes back, I'll let him tell the whole story. So he was pretty much done, but we're on the phone and I look over and I go, whoa, top of the hour. And so I jump in a trade and he gets in the trade and he winds up making like 6 more pips. That's over half his daily goal of 10. And that's the other hardest part about trading is not being swayed by the lure of the big pips. I mean, I was just listening to another trader talk about things, and he was saying something that's totally opposite. He's saying, don't look at the money, don't look at the P&L. It's like, well, if that's what works for him, fine. And I'm not going to say that he's doing it wrong, because every trader has to find what works for them. But to me, once you're in a trade, the only thing that matters is the money. Now, he was saying the reason you don't want to look at the money is because of your psychology, because you'll wind up cutting your winners short, and you let your losers run, because you always hope that they'll come back. And there may be a little truth to that. But then again, it depends on why you're trading, what you're trading for, what your goal is. So I dug up something that I think I may have. This is old. This is the old 2% Club spreadsheet, but right now I have it set at 5%. If you have $1,000 account, so if you have $1,000 account, 5% would be $50 that first day. So why did I pick that? Well, if you do Dragon Money Management, you divide 1,000 by 20 and you get 50. Okay, and that's how much you can lose per trade, 5%. Now, but you're going to shoot for 5% for the day. So if you want 5% or $50, and you're making 10 pips, that's $5 a pip. So you'll be at 0.5, right? It's $5 a pip. So if you only need to make 10 pips, and if you could do that day after day, well, you see what happens after 12 months. You'll be driving around in a Ferrari, right? And this is one of those lures. But why is this so difficult to achieve? Once again, look in the mirror. I mean, can you hammer out 5% day after day, just sticking to your plan, one simple trading plan, one simple entry method? Or are you going to wander off, put some shiny new indicator, or you're going to hear another trader and you're going to maybe do what they do or try and do what they do, and all of a sudden, you knock yourself down? Or maybe you might find some success, and then right here, somewhere in here, let's see, where is it? Somewhere in here, you're starting to trade, and you're going to be making about $500 a day, right around here. And so that means instead of trading for $5 a pip, you're going to be trading for $50 a pip. And that might shake you, because if it goes against you, 3 or 4 pips, you might be down $200. And if you have that same mindset here as here, and you see the money, it just might shake you. And that's what I think that other trader was talking about. But if you're focused on your goal of just, piling on the pips, doesn't matter. Once again, it's like weight training. And I've mentioned this before, and somebody said, please keep repeating yourself, TRO. He kind of cracked me up. But, right here, this is getting your form right. Once you get to this level, now you're starting to make some real money. And of course, if you're, having to pay the bills, somewhere around here, you're going to have to take some of that profit off the table. And that's okay. So, once again, it's basically putting, pencil or pen to paper, or typing it in the computer, You got to get your trading plan and all these things figured out. And of course, risk management is at the top of the list. We've discussed that before. And we've discussed the brain management. You don't want any fear. You don't want any regret. You just want to not even have any emotions. And you have to take your profit before the market takes it back. I can't stress that enough. Okay, looks like all the gaps have filled. You can see here that the pound has dropped somewhat. Oh, we're at the top of the hour here. And here is the opening range for the day, or for the week rather, I'm sorry. And you can see here we popped below it. Now we're back up above it. And I think I might have missed a trade by talking because I was going to hopefully do one at the top of the hour, but that's already, I think that ship has sailed on us. And yeah, right here, you can see once again, long at 10, 3010, 1.3010, and we would have been up, I think that was 5 right before I looked there, but it hit a high of 19. So right there, one trade could have made your at least 5 pips, almost 9 pips. Once again, an hour ago, one trade could have made your 10 pips, then some. And the hour before that, one trade, 10, 20, 30. So it's just a matter of you executing the trade. Now, part of that is, and I've mentioned this before, is casinos. When you go to a casino, the rules are the rules. They don't change day to day. And so when you trade, you can't be changing things day to day because then you lose the advantage of statistics. That's why casinos can build those big buildings, tall buildings, fancy stuff, have those nice fountains like in front of Bellagio in Vegas. Point being is you have your trading plan. Don't mess with it. And right here, you can see it just popped again. So had we been in at 10 and just been riding it out, you'd be up. I just saw a 25. So you're up 23 pips. I'm sorry, not 23 pips. You'd be up 13 or so pips. Once again, one trade in less than an hour. In fact, this would have been what? 8 minutes into the hour here. If you had done that one trade, you'd be done for the day. Pack it up and go. And it's like, can it be that simple? Yes, we see this every day. But you, the trader in the mirror, you are what's standing in your way from doing this because of many reasons, or just one reason. But distraction, failure to focus, shiny object syndrome, being like a trading butterfly, doing this method, then flitting over to that method, as opposed to just being a hard-nosed trader, picking one method and sticking to it. And I mean, I listen to some of these traders and they talk about, market structure and all these other things. And for them, it works, and that's okay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. But when you boil it down, it's just really simple. Price moves up and down, and price ranges. And when you run the statistics, chances are price is not going to stay between these two lines. It's just not. Not especially during the New York and London sessions. Now, maybe in the Asian sessions, yes. You can see here there wasn't much movement. And this is bogus because of the spreads like 10 or 20 pips during this first hour. So these don't even count, tell you the truth. But right here, and I'm kicking myself for missing that trade because I really wanted to put that on this hour just to show you. But this is what can happen. So traders, just remember one thing. It's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks.